Hey you guys, it's Jen at Jen's Haunts, and I just wanted to show you that I did get my first tombstone done, and he was a lot of fun to make. I was happy that I found all these accessories at Michael's, and they were always pretty reasonable. And I did decide to try to crackle paint some of this out. I just wanted to know if it would work, and if it did work, how would it look? So that's how it came out. But then I also did it over here, and it really didn't do too much of anything. So it could be the type of paint I'm using, but regardless, I think it turned out pretty cool. And here it is. My time creeps up. I decided not to paint any of the skulls on here because I've done that before and they over blended in. And then if you don't have it in the right spot in the yard, it just kind of disappears. So here's the jacks that will go with this. And I'll just give you a better look. I was able to put clear spray paint on this, and for whatever reason, it gives it like a green here and there, which doesn't bother me, but it must be some kind of chemical reaction. So I achieved these by gluing this with Elmer's glue, and it crackled, which was funny. When I painted it black, there were crackles all over it. You can do the crackle with the Elmer's glue as well, which is a cheaper way, and it really did seem to work on this tombstone, but it wasn't really intentional. It was kind of an accident. So I took everywhere where I slobbed Elmer's glue, and I crackled that out. So I think it ended up looking good. It's a nice effect. I did purchase the driveway sealant to paint this with, and in California, it's 5 gallons for about $18 at my local hardware store, which tends to run a little bit more expensive. It might be like 16 or 17 at Home Depot, but 5 gallons for under $20, you can't beat it. But I do go over it with the clear spray paint because it almost like never dries. So if I hadn't have done the bottom, I would pull this off the table and there'd be little black marks on my table. Or if it leaned against the wall, there'd be a little black mark that I couldn't get rid of. So you do need to go over it with the clear spray paint. So here it is. I did use skewers to, I put it in between the bone. I painted them black, and then I used my glue gun. And then I just, you know, with the glue gun, I put a little bit of fabric over it. So that's how I attached those. And then I put skewers in the back of my little scully heads with a little bit of the glue gun on there. And it seems to be one solid piece. I'll just show you the back super quick. So here's the back, and I did cut this out and make room for a piece of PVC. And I will put the rebar in the ground and then slide that into the PVC, and it'll be pretty sturdy no matter what storm shows up. And I do use the foam adhesive that comes in the tube at the hardware store, and it, you know, when you get it out, it's blue, and I tend to use that for this kind of stuff, or even sticking the foam board together. Just go into your hardware store and you'll be able to find the adhesive for foam board, and I think that works great. So if you guys were following me last year, you know that I added on a whole new graveyard in my neighbor's side yard, and it was all for animals, and I was able to raise blankets, food, toys for the Humane Society, which was awesome because we had those horrible fires in Santa Rosa and our shelters were full of animals. So the one animal I couldn't find that I wanted was a bunny. So I went into Beverly's, and, or it was Joann's. I think it was a Joann's. And there was my bunny. So I will be able to make this guy a tombstone, and then I think I'll feel that my cemetery is pretty complete. So on to the next project. I'm going to be monster mudding this girl, and I do take the gray flat paint and I mix it with the drywall compound, and then I buy the oops at the store. I don't care what color it is because I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna paint it with the driveway sealant, so then it'll all end up black, and then I will dry brush it, and then I will seal it with the clear spray paint. And by then she should be pretty solid. I've done several of these projects. I really enjoy doing them, other than the fact that it's messy. So the first thing I did was a drop cloth. I'm debating on putting wings on her or not, but I think that this is pretty much what I'm going to do right here. And then the tombstone will go in front of her, and then the pumpkins, and that will be my complete piece. So that's what I'll be doing next, and I will be showing you that as I go. Okay, you guys, so that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your week.